Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studios series, Crowbar. This is from Dark of the Moon, the third movie. So quick look at the box. Yep, and Takara Tomy and Hasbro. So, thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see. I wonder how long they've been doing that. I don't know. Alright, so, now, this is from Dark of the Moon. So this is the last of the movies that I enjoyed. I really love Dark of the Moon. It's one of my all-time favorites. Movies, just in general. Probably my top 20 list, I'd say. So, wanted to point that out before I get into this review, because I don't want you guys to think that, oh man, I hate all Bay. I hate the new Bay. I hated the fourth movie, and I hated the fourth movie so much that I didn't want to watch the fifth movie. It didn't get me interested in it at all. So, now I was very interested in this line. I've heard some good things. I've heard some bad things. You know, and the idea of having a more premium collection for the movies, like at least the first three, I would be down for that. I didn't want to pay Masterpiece prices, just because, you know, it's like the G1. It's like, I love G1. It's a great show, but there's not enough characters in there for me to personally justify buying all MP, if that makes sense. And the same goes with the movies. So it's like, I wouldn't buy the entire line in MP style and spend that kind of money. I would spend... I mean, this is retail cost on this guy was $20, so it's more than a standard deluxe. So it's like, if it was good enough, I could see myself doing that. Now we'll talk about it if it's good enough. So it comes with these two soft rubber or soft plastic little bits. They're kind of mangled. You can see they didn't fare so well in the package. So, yeah. Bit of a bummer. Now, it is the softer plastic, but it is not super soft. So I appreciate the fact that they didn't go like super gummy like they did with like the Prime figures. So, rolls just fine. I guess this is how you keep the tendrils. This is what the instructions say. You just kind of smash them up into there. I don't know if I agree with that, but anyway, yeah, that's cover mode rolls. Looks good. I mean, it's not great, but it looks okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, you still know that you can tell that it's a Transformer, but it does roll pretty well. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get them transformed. I'm going to pull the legs down, just like that, and we can untab this section here. Pull this piece here up, and then we want to pull these arms out, get those out of the way, fold this up, and then this can come in like this can come down like this, and then we can take this assembly here, and this folds up, this will fold down, and winging it here. Look at the back of the box here. See if we can... Yeah. Yep. As I always say, I'm not the greatest of the Transformer reviewers out there. I guess that'll work. Just kind of fold it up. Straighten the legs out. Straighten the feet down. The wheels will fold down and back like that. This piece here will fold down, and it just sits on the back like that. Just like that. Doesn't move anywhere else, and doesn't fold up and get any better. Straighten the arms out. And then we can flip the hands out from the bottom here. This will fold up, and we rotate it around. Ow. Fold this out. This folds up. And then we want to, these tentacles come down to the bottom, like this. And then just kind of fold this up, and then this will come down. And this is all soft plastic. It's not like super soft, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of not great. Because it's just kind of like when you bend it somewhere and it sits like that for too long, it's going to hold the form. So it's just kind of like doing its own thing here. And there you go. There he is in his robot mode. And what I got to say about it is he's a huge meh. But, I mean, meh. Poseability, head is on a ball joint, so you get the left and the right. You get a good up, a good down, and then it's got a hinge there, so you can get even further. So you can make more like a hunchback if you wanted to. Shoulders are on ball joints, and they hinge up and down. Swivel at the elbow, bicep swivel, wrist in and out, ab crunch, hips are on ball joints, thigh swivel, bends at the knee, and then the foot has a bend there. And yeah, so, and then these things he can kind of hold in his hand like that, and it's just it's not great. I gotta tell you, it's not great. I was really looking forward to this series. I was really hoping to get a good movie-verse collection going for the first 3 movies, and this is not good. It's not good. I can't sit here and say this is good. One thing I can say is that I do appreciate the fact that it has no gimmicks. There's no gimmicks in this figure. There's no like, oh, this has to be spring-loaded, or this has to spin and rotate like some of the other that's why, the first movie I didn't like, because it had the gimmick where it would automorph. And if that automorph got off track, it's dead. It's trash. The second movie had the Mech Alive gimmick, where you'd move certain things and you could see gears moving. Again, if something gets off track, it's garbage. Just throw it away. It's done. Dark of the Moon, and Dark of the Moon, their issue there was that they downsized all the figures, and then after they downsized them, then they gave them these gigantic, doopy-looking weapons. So they didn't really fit in very well with the older collection. So, yeah, and then Age of Extinction had its own issues, and so on and so forth. My issue here is that, like, the panels don't fold up quite as well as they could, or should. He's kind of just chunky, which, whatever. But then he's got these bits like here that are hanging off that are going to get caught on like his dreads or something like that. You move the arm back and the torso goes forward because it's getting caught up on stuff. You got all this junk on the back here, and you can't fold this up anymore. It goes up or it goes down, and you can't go all the way down because it gets caught up on the feet. Feet are big, but he still has a little bit of difficulty standing. And then he's got these big chunks here. This really isn't a premium figure that I was hoping for. This is your standard run-of-the-mill deluxe that they've overpriced at $20 a pop. It's got some good paint. Let's talk about the paint. Let's talk about some positive. So the head here is this gray plastic, but it's got this nice silver paint going on there. That's kind of faded. Let me get my light in here a little bit closer. And you can see like he's got some brown paint going in here to kind of like detail it out a little bit. Got a good paint job on the eyes. Torso, I think it's this gray plastic here that's kind of metallicized. And it's got this like, so inside here it's got this black paint or plastic. And it's almost like charcoal paint or plastic on top of it. I think this is all one piece, like the torso. So it's either this is painted or this is painted. Either one's, it does a really good job of hiding it. And it's got this nice red detail going on in there. The car, it's got the nice tinted windows, red lights, white lights on the front. It's got the Chevy logo here. Nice Tempograph Auto or Decepticon logo there. Let's see. Legs, we got, let's see, I think it's this gray plastic here. So he's got this nice dark chocolate or charcoal color here, with the red strips there. I mean, this thing is, and then the hands. This is one thing that it's like, I really like is, so it's this slightly darker brown plastic here that is dry brushed all the way up to the fingers. So it almost looks like his hands are covered in rust. I mean, my God, this thing is painted just incredibly. So while I'm disappointed in this figure, I do, the paint job alone and the sculpt, like on the face, the head, the torso, all of that is sculpted really, really well. So it still gives me hope for the line. Now, for the deluxe figures, we got Stinger from the fourth movie, which I'm passing on. And we have a Bumblebee from the first movie, but this is the original Camaro, and he was only in that mode for a very short period of time. So I'm going to pass on him too. I might pick up the Ratchet. I'll probably pick up the Ratchet and give this line 1 or 2 more shots. I kind of want to test out the Blackout, and I hear the Starscream's pretty good. So it's like I want to try it. I want to keep going. I won't be getting anything from the 4th or 5th movie. So for all you people out there that are like, oh, are you going to ever review Grimlock? No, I will not. If I buy, Ratchet and I'm disappointed with that figure too, then I'm probably going to be out of the line. But this is a minor character. So if the rest of the line is good, like the Ratchet's good, the Starscream's good, the Blackout's good, then I could forgive this one for being less than good, because I could just put it in the back and he could just be a troop filler, which is what the Dreads were anyway. So, all in all, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. If he was priced the same as a regular deluxe, I'd probably give it a higher score. But because at $20 a piece, he's not stellar. He doesn't blow me away. He's good. I mean, he's not good. He's okay. Like I said, as a troop filler, he'd be fine. But as a premium collecting Transformer piece, not so fine. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not overly thrilled with it, but a little bit of buyer's remorse. But at the same time, now we know. I will say, I don't hate it enough to trash it. I'm not going to just take it and toss it. I'll put them on the shelf in a tentative spot to see if I can add to it. But if I can't, oh well. But I mean, I would love to get a good set of the Bayverse Transformers from the first 3 movies. Not the 4th movie. Never the 4th movie. and probably not the fifth movie, because I haven't seen the fifth movie, and I just don't want it to ruin. I don't want the fifth movie to ruin what I liked about the first three more than what the fourth one did. So for me, the Bay movies ended on 3, and it ended on a good note. So, anyway, I'm done.